Most millionaires and even multimillionaires live completely under the radar. They're not the flashy people driving Lamborghinis down the street or showing off on Instagram. In fact, you could be sitting next to one at Starbucks right now and never know they have 7, 8, or even 9 figures in the bank. There are, in my opinion, 7 hidden signs that reveal if someone is secretly wealthy. And here's the best part. If you understand these signs and adopt some of their habits, you could start building real wealth in your own life too. Let's break down the 7 telltale signs one by one. 1. They avoid the 3 E's. Wealthy people avoid talking about the 3 E's. Earn, expensive, and excess. Earn. The rich don't brag about how much they make. Talking constantly about income usually signals insecurity, not success. The truly wealthy have nothing to prove. They know what's in their accounts, and they don't need validation. Expensive. They don't show off their latest luxury purchase. While others are flaunting designer bags, new cars, or luxury vacations online, the wealthy stay quiet. Why? Because oversharing usually means someone stretched their budget and is chasing clout, not financial freedom. Excess. They avoid living in obvious excess. Instead of flashy mansions or watches, they value freedom, options, and convenience. If someone is always broadcasting their lifestyle, chances are they're not as rich as they want you to think. In short, those who talk the least about money often have the most of it. 2. They drive older, reliable cars. Sign number 2. Wealthy people often drive cars that are 5 to 10 plus years old, fully paid off, and reliable. Not Rolls-Royces, not Lamborghinis, just solid vehicles that get them from point A to point B. Why? Because cars are depreciating assets. Losing $500 to $800 a month on a car loan is negative ROI. Instead of wasting money on payments, wealthy people would rather invest that $6,000 to $10,000 per year into assets that grow. Most depreciation hits in the first 5 years. After that, the value curve flattens. That's why many wealthy people buy cars used, often 3 to 5 years old, at the sweet spot where value meets reliability. For them, it's not about looking rich. It's about actually staying rich. 3. They spend on uncommon things. The third sign, wealthy people spend money differently. They don't waste it on flashy stuff. Instead, they invest in time, convenience, and rare experiences. They may pay for private chefs, cleaners, or assistants to reclaim their hours. They might invest in rare collectibles like fine wine, rare art, or even Pokemon cards. Or they spend on experiences that create freedom, like flying private or buying back their time. These purchases aren't visible to the public. Unless you live with them, you'd never notice how they use money to buy the one thing no one can get back: time. 4. They're hyper-aware of their image. Truly wealthy people are careful about how they present themselves. They know human nature. People envy what they don't have. Flaunting money can create resentment or even security risks. That's why the rich often downplay their wealth. Ask them their net worth, you'll hear vague responses like, "I get by. I've done okay. I'm comfortable. I once had lunch with a man worth over $100 million. And you know what he said? I'm poor compared to my friends." That's the mindset. No matter how rich you are, there's always someone richer. So instead of bragging, the wealthy keep it low-key and focus on what matters: safety, humility, and peace. 5. They scrutinize small purchases. This one is fascinating. Secretly wealthy people often obsess over small purchases under $100, but spend huge amounts on necessities without hesitation. For example, they'll spend 30 minutes researching the best $20 power bank on Amazon, reading reviews and comparing features. But when the roof needs replacing for $15,000, they pay immediately. Why? Because one is a want and the other is a need. Wealthy people are frugal where it counts. They don't waste on small, unnecessary wants, but when it comes to big, essential needs, they move quickly. This habit often comes from being self-made. 6. They master delayed gratification. The 6th sign. Wealthy people are extremely patient. While most people buy instantly when they want something, the rich wait. They'll research for months, track sales, or simply decide they don't actually need the item. They understand that almost everything eventually goes on clearance. They also know that delayed gratification, giving up something now for something better later, is the foundation of wealth. Most people can't even wait 24 hours before buying something. Wealthy people can wait years, even decades, for the right opportunity. Patience plus discipline equals financial freedom. 7. They live in modest homes. The final sign: secretly wealthy people often live in homes well below their means. While others stretch their budgets for huge houses, the rich do the opposite. They buy modest homes, often paid off in full, and avoid the financial trap of mortgages, maintenance, and appearances. A big house isn't just expensive. It comes with hidden costs: more cleaning, more maintenance, more furniture, more expectations. And once you move up, it's hard to move down. That's why wealthy people keep it modest. They'd rather enjoy financial freedom than impress their neighbors. As Brandon Turner once tweeted, "Level 1 of rich equals cutting your own grass because you're broke. Level 2 equals paying someone else because you can. Level 3 equals cutting your own grass again because you're free and enjoy it." That's true wealth, doing what you want, not what you need to prove. The biggest lesson? Wealth is quiet. Real millionaires don't need to show off. They value freedom, time, and security more than status. If you want to build wealth, adopt these same habits. Stay humble, live below your means, and focus on the long term. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the hidden signs of wealth, stick around. Because in my previous video, I'll share exactly how to reach the top 1% of earners. Thanks for watching, and remember, wealth isn't about looking rich. It's about living rich in freedom.